Hello everyone, my name is Felipe, and as you can see, we are back for a new video on F1 2021. And actually, I'd like to start talking about the setup video. I've mentioned it on Twitter, the last days. And I've been working a lot on setups, as I know Liam also really likes to work on setups, and I've improved a lot, and I knew a lot of things about it, but I've improved a lot recently. So I'd like to, to, to say to you that I'm gonna be posting a setup video, most likely not in the next Sunday, but the other one, the next one after this one. It's probably gonna be in about 2 weeks. So I really hope the performance patch doesn't change a lot, because I wouldn't need to do another video. Many people have been requesting, so and my setup video from F1 2020 also has been my favorite video from my channel and my most viewed also. So back to the racing now, and we are at WOR social race, and it's at Spa. And as you can see, we are on our final qualifying lap, and it's actually been okay for sector 1, obviously just one corner. And at the start of sector 2, sorry, I think it wasn't fully committed. I've only had the game for 3 days before this social race, so it's not perfect, but it is the best I could do at the moment. And you see the lap is my PB at that point. And nowadays I've improved half a second, so 1 week later, and I've improved half a second on this time. And 12.1, the split is not great. We are probably gonna be a 40.0 or 40.1. Let's see when we finish the lap. And we are improving almost 2 times now, so it's not been really bad, but I knew I wouldn't be in the top 10, so I was hoping for at least P11, which the best position for the alternative strategy. And it's a 40.1, and
Eu fiz meu melhor tempo.
I am
Não tem
12th.
treino.
So at that point I was 12th, but now I'm 14th, so almost 4 times off pole, and I am already P14.
Do primeiro,
There's actually a big gap, I think.
décimo do P11.
I could do a 39, but I don't think it would be possible in the session. Not even because the pressure or something, it's just a social, but I couldn't recoup a lap together. Simply I couldn't take every sector perfectly. And as I said, I've improved a lot, in the last days. So I could be more in the front. Let's go for the race. Obviously, we are gonna start on mediums, and you can see Thomas Harvey in front of us on hards, and it's 5 lights, and away we go. It's actually been a good start. I think the best start, not the best, but ever start outside the top 10. And then you can see I go wide here so I can have a better exit. And having a better exit, I obviously will get the slipstream from the cars ahead. Now the only goal is to use a lot of overtake, because I had a really quick car in the straight line, but I can't. You can see everyone is in the slipstream of each other, so I couldn't do anything there. I tried to stay in the middle of the track, maybe just to make sure I keep my position. And I think Tom actually hit us from behind. I've tried to go around the outside here on Kanakinshi, but nothing doing there. He closed the door, and at this point we are just losing time. You can see 2 guys side by side ahead, and one is on the mediums and another one is on the hards, so it's not worth battling someone on the hards. And you're gonna see later in the video that it's not worth doing the undercut also. You can see this corner, I thought Thomas would brake a lot later than Kanakinchi, but you know, he was on the hards and he still braked really late, but Kanakinchi braked a lot later to get the position. Yeah, that's fair play to him. So we've lost one position to Louis, and now it's just Slipstream and DRS
Opa.
straight. Obviously no DRS now. We are only on lap 1, but Louis goes down the inside and I almost hit him. If he didn't goes there, I would hit him and my race would be over, as there is no safety car in these socials. Yeah, I think this is good that there is no social, but obviously there's no safety car, sorry. But obviously, if you if you get damage, you want a safety car to at least finish the race well.
Ali pra não bater nele.
So now it's just a power of the slipstream and the battery.
Esse vácuo,
You
velho.
can see Tom getting really close to me there. So I brake and I downshift really fast, so I completely lost the rear there. Nothing I could do, and
Obrigado
Tom
pelo
left
espaço,
us little space there, and now he's touched the curb and he spun. I didn't see Caster at all there. Yeah, I closed the door on him, but I couldn't see him. And now we are
Só briga
P14, the same position we've started, but we lost the DRS from the cars ahead, so it's not great because it could be something to avoid. If we didn't fight with Tom, we would be in the DRS, but that was my mistake in the downshifting. So now, going through some laps, obviously we are P8, but a lot of the guys ahead have already pitted. And Kanakinchi and Caster have a penalty ahead, so I'm just hoping I don't get 3 warnings to get a penalty. And then I have at least 2 positions free. And yeah, this is really interesting now, because Caster has lost the DRS because someone in front of him has pitted. And Kanakinchi and I are really close to him. So I still have a lot of battery, 70%, and Kanakinchi also, so it's something to think, should I overtake both of them now, or just make sure I overtake Caster? So I fully pushed it, and here you can see I was like in the middle of them and 3 wide, and I thought it wouldn't end up well, so I backed out of that opportunity. I think it wasn't a good option, because if I use a lot of ERS in this lap, I could catch Thomas on the hards ahead, and then it would benefit me a lot in the race. But yeah, just learning the game. Obviously, first races on the game, so a lot to learn. And you can see Ken lost a lot of the stability there, so I would say it's not great, because as we have a lot of slipstream in this game,
Roda não, filho.
we are gonna get closer to him. And Caster is also using his DRS. You can see the gap coming now, so I need to use DRS, but I don't want to overtake him now, because otherwise I won't get the DRS, and I really want the DRS. You can see I broke a little bit earlier than him, so I can get the DRS now. And I wasn't even trying to overtake him on this straight. I went through 8th gear there just to make sure I don't overtake him. And now it's just it's the same thing, but Caster is last, and he's not first in this train, and I'm in the middle and Ken is leading. So the most likely thing to happen here is that I am gonna overtake Kanakinchi, but the doubt is if Caster is gonna be able to overtake both of us. And yeah, you can see he can't, so we overtook one car, and now we are P3. We are not in a bad position, but I would like to be with Thomas there, lap 11, and I've decided to pit now, because in the last game you could actually pit lap 11, lap 12, and get to the end in like 77% tires, because it's 7% per lap. But I've realized that it is not worth. You can see I'm gonna overtake a lot of cars and undercut people, but if I steer there on track, I would be with Kanakinchi and Caster DRSing and slipstreaming each other, so I could get a lot of advantage from that, because now I had 2 or 3 laps without absolutely anyone ahead of me, so I had to use a lot of ERS, and that's not optimal. That's not what you want. You can see 20% now, and I'm gonna overtake Andy. So, but I still need to make sure Ruben doesn't go for a move on me, and he can't see, he's too far behind. And now it's all about breaking the DRS, and you can see I've already done it. I did the fastest lap. I think it was for about 5 seconds, but still, it's a fastest lap. So you were using a lot of DRS, and you can see my teammate now, Samuel Bean, yeah, has damage, Shirley, because I think he's battled with Infamous
Deu muito
and
mais
Shanaka
move.
Clay, and they've had damage. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's one position more for us. So yeah, and now I'd like to talk about the undercut, which is, in my opinion, not worth it. You can see Thomas, he pitted at the end of lap 14,
Ó, vai.
and I pitted in the end of lap 11. And obviously, I gained 5 seconds. I watched back the stream. I gained 5 seconds with him on the undercut, but I've lost it here already. And yeah, he's just pitted. Like in 3 laps, he catched me because my tires were a lot worse, and there was nothing I could do. And you can see also Lenny. He didn't pit on lap 11. I think he pitted lap 13, 14, maybe. And yeah, I've learned that undercut's not worth it. You can see already 2 cars ahead of me, and they have fresher tires, so I can't keep within their DRS zone, and that's so unlucky. I mean, I could be with them if I stayed out until lap 13 at least. So it's not worth. The gap is now 3.8 to Timon, and now it's 4.4, 4.5, and it's just increasing because I'm getting a lot slower. And then the behind is getting closer to me, so I was getting worried because I have no ERS, and he's getting closer so fast. And on the used mediums, which is supposed to be slower than the old softs I have.
Estranho.
And there I talk in Portuguese to people in my live stream. I say that the tires really die in the end. So I had no grip, obviously. I had around 70% on tires, but still, last game it wasn't this worse, you know. I think it's worse this game. Last game wasn't that bad. And now it's just about making sure Andy doesn't overtake us. And I stay around the inside, but he breaks a lot later than me, so that wasn't a good defense. And here I turned in a little bit too early, and yeah, I couldn't do anything because I've turned too early and he's spotting. So I've talked to him, so it's alright.
Quase
But it's only a
P6.
social, and our first social on WOR, I think. So we finished it P7. And it could be P4 if I stayed out some laps and I didn't get that penalty. It would be a great fight with Thomas.
Teria sido muito melhor.
And yeah, if I pitted lap 13 or something, I would undercut Thomas and getting his DRS, so I can maybe keep with him, as I would only have 1 lap of difference in tires and not 3 or 4 as I had. And then the qualifying also on that tire. But yeah, it's something to learn, so I like to give some tips to you. Make sure to learn on the start of the game, then you can have an advantage on other people at the end of it. And yeah, I hope everyone got the tips I'd like to say in this game. Obviously, GG to Yarno, Jake, and Chanaka. They've made a really good race, managed to finish on the podium. And yeah, make sure to like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel, share it, it would help me a lot. And make sure to also follow me on Twitch, this is the first link on the description. So yeah, see you, bye bye.